I started the project by opening a new world in Planet Coaster. My original plan was to use a screenshot from Google Maps and import it onto an in-game screen, and using the scale tool in the corner of the image slash screenshot from Google Maps, I would then scale the screen to the same size. This would then effectively allow me to trace around the screen using Planet Coaster's terrain tools, etc., and then I would have a blank slate to work on, which would be the same size as the real area at Alton Towers. However, when I started doing this, I could tell that the scale was massively underscaled and it wasn't an accurate size. So, what I then thought about doing was using the screen and duplicating it multiple times, splitting one screen up into four screens, so effectively it was twice the size. This then meant that I would use the original screenshot and split it up into four equal images consisting of top left, top right, bottom left, and bottom right. And then I would put these onto the individual screens, and it should have effectively doubled in size. However, this still wasn't the correct size that I needed for my project. So I then duplicated these again. So instead of a 2 by 2 grid, it was now a 4 by 4 grid consisting of 16 individual images. So then I used this sized grid and I put it into Adobe Illustrator, where I split it up into 16 different images consisting of top left, top middle left, top middle right, top right, etc., etc., for the 16 different images in the grid that I had created in the game. So then effectively I could import these images into the game and fill out the grid like a massive puzzle. This worked perfectly as I intended it to. I was able to scale it just enough so it was almost around 20 meters. I think it was as good as I was going to get, really. And then I was able to use this as the basis for the new area, if it was the area that I was planning on using. So then I started terraining the area because I knew it had a gradual slope from looking at it on Google Maps. Um, and I also included things like the ride on adjacent to the side of the area, which is Galactica, and I also put in the monorail and some trees and sort of painting the terrain to show where the pathways would go, etc., etc. So this way, it's sort of trying to recreate exactly what it looks like currently in game. So then I have a blank slate to work off of and experiment with and try out new things. So effectively, the problem I'm solving was the original screen size was not big enough, so I worked out a way that I could duplicate it and split the image so that I could make a screen that was big enough to trace around to use in the game.